Welcome aboard for another video.
Thanks, Conductor Keith. A really nice fellow named Eric, who lives way up island here on Vancouver Island, is selling his roundhouse birdie. Actually, it's this one right here. And so the purpose of this video is for me to go all the way up to Nanaimo, meet him halfway on the island, and come back with it. And then I'm going to pack it up and send it to Dave in Scotland, because it's ultimately Dave's engine. Now, of course, the purpose of the video is for me to go up there and get it and stuff. Yeah. As you can see, I've already got it. But this is just the introduction, so ignore it. This is a video Eric sent me last year of this engine running on his layout. I just went through the drive-thru on the outskirts of town to get my driving tea and my muffin. It was a super nice day for a drive, and so here I am driving up over the famous Malahat Summit here on Lower Vancouver Island. This is just outside of town, not far from where I live, and all the while the anticipation was building in getting that new locomotive for Dave. Now we're going to go through the entire town of Duncan. It's not a large town, so it doesn't take very much time to get through it, but the whole idea was there's a spot just past Duncan that I wanted to stop a little bit and stretch my legs. That spot is almost halfway between where I live and where I was picking up the locomotive in Nanaimo, and here's why I stopped. What a better thing to do than to stretch one's legs at the BC Forest Discovery Centre, halfway to getting the new steam locomotive. But you gotta stop and look at the shade. This is a live steam video after all. Imagine all those gears working. Oh yeah. My favorite type of engine. And then I carried on to Nanaimo. Well, actually, I went right past Nanaimo because I'm not familiar with the names of the streets. And then I realized, wait a second, I'm in Nanoose Bay. That's far too far. So then I turned around. So this is actually a video of me having come back to Nanaimo from going too far, where I'm about to meet Eric. And there's Eric.
There we are.
In front of Cabela's.
Right.
Here we are. Safe drive. The car got me here. All right, here's the great unveiling. There's the Billy handbook. Here be Billy.
Here we Billy.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, here's your tender.
Did you build this tender or did you buy it from Roundhouse?
I bought it from Roundhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. These wheels are not adjustable, are they?
No.
Okay. All right.
But I should say not adjustable. Yes, everything's adjustable.
Everything's adjustable.
You'd have to get hold of Roundhouse and get the. If he's doing 32,
yeah.
you'll have to get hold of Roundhouse and change this base, I would think, to a 32 base.
Yeah, I think all it is really is just to take the screws out, lift out the wheels. There's room in there for 32 millimeter wheels, for sure.
Okay, well that's. Oh,
yeah, that's
you
easy
can figure it.
Yep.
Now
cool.
Inside is where the electronics were.
Yeah.
So you got the two ends, which you need.
Yeah.
And everything else is there.
Cool. And obviously these are gauge adjustable wheels as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that beautiful locomotive. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that nice, beautiful Doncaster. This is lovely. Awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm halfway home again with Billy, and thought that I'd stop here at the BC Forest Discovery Centre just to stretch my legs. I'm not going to pay to go in though. Here's the 1928 Plymouth. It's on its third engine. Like the proverbial 1,000-year-old hammer on the 4th head and 10th handle. But anyway, it's still an old Plymouth, original body, etc. Here at the BC Forest Discovery Centre on Vancouver Island. If you're ever here, you need to ride this thing. They also have a Vulcan live steam locomotive that they run at special occasions, like Canada Day or long weekends. There she is. Well, I have to get back on the highway before this takes another run. That's okay. At least we get to see it. Now, this is just off the highway on the way home to my house. It's been a long day, and boy, was I tired of driving, but I'm still excited because there's an engine in the car. I couldn't wait to get it home to give it a try. But in my excitement and haste, you still have to be careful of pedestrians. Oh, almost there, almost there. Only a few more turns and I could try the engine. Good God, if I'm this excited, can you imagine how excited Dave in Scotland is? Someone on the right-hand side there is apparently giving away free shit. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, there's a neighbor with her dog. Get out of the way, out of the way, engine coming through. Ah, home at last. These two locomotives were longtime stablemates up at Eric's in Comox Courtenay in North Vancouver Island here. And this is the Sandy River locomotive that I bought from him and I received 7 months ago. And of course we have Billy here, which I've taken on behalf of Dave in Scotland. So I just went up island, of course, as you just saw, got it from Eric. So these two locomotives have not been together for 7 months. And after this, they won't be together again, well, maybe ever. So they're happy to be together right now. I've told Dave that I'm going to install a receiver in here and get a radio and send it over to him. But right now I don't have that, so that's probably a chore for tomorrow. So what I've got is I've got batteries. I'm going to take the receiver out of this locomotive, put it in here, just temporarily, drive it with that. And of course I've got my fuel, my water from my dehumidifier, my lubricating oil, and my steam lubricating oil, the Roundhouse 220 weight. So Billy's old stablemate's going to lend some equipment so he can have a run here on my loop before it goes off to Scotland.
I can't wait to get my new engine.
Well, Dave, you won't be waiting too much longer. When this locomotive was built, Roundhouse added these parts which kind of look like coal rakes. So they clip on the receiver in the bottom, and that would be the antenna for the receiver. Mine had that as well, but I took them out because this is the receiver I'm using, and the one I'll get for Dave will be very similar. And these are the antenna that just stay inside the tender. It's going to be just fine. Okay, so it was a simple matter of swapping over the receiver, plugging it in, and putting in my rechargeable batteries. And this little knobby works the steam regulator, and this one does work the reversing unit. Awesome. The roof on my Sandy River is a simple flip up. This one, you lift and do that. It has the battery box there for 4 AA batteries if you wanted to actually have the radio control completely enclosed within this locomotive without a tender. But Eric opted for the optional Roundhouse tender. Just filling it with gas. Of course, now that I've finished all the video takes, I now notice that I put the coal in wrong way around and you can see the water fill at the front. Well, oh boy. Just adding the steam oil. Just doing some lubrication all around. This locomotive is not equipped with a Goodall valve, but you'd put one right there. They're easy to come by and not expensive. For those of you that don't know, the Goodall valve allows you to put water in the boiler while it's still under pressure. Not the end of the world not to have one. I notice this engine also doesn't have a sight glass, but that's fine. Also not the end of the world. Usually what you do then is you fill it till it's really full, and then you draw out about 30 milliliters of water. So I'll do that. Are you here to watch Dave's new engine on the loop? No, probably just a scratch. So here's a moment of truth. Turn the gas on. Oh, I see the flame is in the chimney, so I'll just blow down the chimney. Just a puff of air down the chimney. Lit it up, no problem at all. That came up to steam fairly quickly. All right, Dave, here's your engine, buddy. Oh, that's sweet. Here's the engine coming through New Rutabaga. New Rutabaga is named after the Rutabaga Railway, which is Dave's railway in Denny, Scotland, where this engine is going. Oh yeah, this engine is super sweet. Super nice. Going up to 2% grade here now. It's hard to drive and use the camera at the same time. What an awesome engine. Just listen to the sound of that thing. Oh, Henry, I think Dave's going to be thrilled with his new engine. A know what you mean, Marge. It's really nice. Yes, it's a super engine. Conductor Keith is pleased as well. The real Keith has a Billy, and it's also a great engine, obviously. Listen to the slack come out of those chains. Hello! Of course, we have the Friar today. The Friar's always here. He's a great train watcher. We'll slow down to say hello. Now we'll just carry on. And Morant's bear is here, of course, eating berries as usual. Now we're going to go up to 2% grade. I should mention that we're pulling Swift 16 cars today. Well, let's throw it in reverse and see what happens. All works really well. Oh yeah, no problem. As is typical with engines with the fuel in the cab, fuel heats up after a while and you sometimes have to adjust it down. Now, of course, there's no sight glass. The fuel should run out first. If it doesn't, you'll notice the engine drop in power and immediately stop it. That is some super spectacular valve action happening there. Well, it's time for me to get my son from the school bus. So that's enough fun for now. It's an awesome engine. It's so nice. So nice. Wow. Isn't that a handsome face? And no, I do not mean me. If you like this video, please subscribe, like. Also, more importantly, share this video so we can help encourage our hobby.